Right now, somewhere in your kitchen cupboard, there's a jar or a squeeze bottle of honey, and there's a real chance it isn't telling you the truth about where it came from. Canada's honey industry sold more than $240 million worth of honey in 2025, according to Statistics Canada, and most of us grab whatever jar says Canada #1 without checking what that label means. Stay with me because today we are exposing 5 honey brands sold across Canada that are quietly failing you, and then the 3 that have actually earned a spot in your pantry. According to data from ingredient panels, ownership records, CFIA data, and recall notices on the honey filling our shelves, we are scoring every Canadian honey brand on one yardstick from worst to best. Was its central claim independently verified by anyone but the company itself? Number 5. Compliments. Compliments, the in-house brand sold across every Sobeys, Safeway, and IGA in the country. It carries a True Source certified seal on the front, which sounds like a government safety check. It isn't. True Source was created and is funded by the honey packing and importing industry itself, paid for by the companies it certifies. Independently verified? No. No government body is behind that seal, not Health Canada, not the CFIA. Check your jar for the words 100% Canadian. If they're missing, you're trusting a logo the industry paid for, which matters most to shoppers, who assume a logo means someone independent already checked. To be fair, True Source does require an annual audit, and Compliments hasn't shown up in any CFIA adulteration finding. Keep that question in your back pocket. By number 1, you'll meet a brand that finally got checked and failed. Number 4. Wetter Spoon. Wetter Spoon sells Manuka honey in more than 23,000 stores across Canada and the US, including Costco and Walmart, under the tagline Hive to Home, at 2 or 3 times the price of regular honey. Genuine Manuka honey carries unique Manuka Factor certification, an independently administered third-party tested system. Wetter Spoon doesn't use it. Instead, they built their own in-house system called K-Factor, and a competing Manuka brand has publicly pointed out that K-Factor was created by a single brand with no independent oversight and doesn't even measure methylglyoxal, the compound that indicates antibacterial strength. Independently verified? No. Check your jar for the letters UMF. If all you see is K-Factor and a number, you're trusting the company's own homework. Despite the New Zealand branding, Wetter Spoon is headquartered in Malvern, Pennsylvania, and in 2024 was bought by a New Zealand investment firm called Florenz. This hits hardest for anyone buying it for a parent managing a wound, paying premium prices for a medical-grade guarantee the label can't back up. To be fair, it's still genuine Manuka by New Zealand's export standard. It's the strength claim nobody outside the company can check. Number 3. Billy Bee. Billy Bee calls itself Canada's favorite honey, and it's the single largest honey business in the country. For decades, Billy Bee, owned by the American spice giant McCormick, quietly blended in honey from Argentina while marketing itself as the patriotic Canadian choice. It only switched to fully Canadian sourcing in 2017 after a Manitoba beekeepers petition and public backlash forced McCormick's hand. At the same time, the company's other label, Natural Honey Farms, was sourcing honey from China. Same parent company, same shelf, 2 different stories depending on which bottle you grabbed. Pick up a bottle today and it genuinely says 100% Canadian. Independently verified? Not really. That's a self-declared claim under CFIA's rules. The same kind of claim that was false back in 2016. Nobody's auditing this bottle. We're trusting the company not to repeat its own history. This stings hardest for older shoppers who've bought this brand loyally since the 70s and 80s, trusting the name because it felt local. Credit where it's due. The correction was real. The next brand is the single most trusted name in medical-grade honey worldwide, and its own books didn't add up. Number 2. Comvita. If you've ever bought Manuka honey for wound care, there's a good chance it was Comvita. The New Zealand brand sold at Costco and pharmacies across Canada, marketed as the gold standard in medical-grade honey for more than 50 years. Independently verified? The honey, yes. UMF is real lab testing. The company, no. In December 2024, Comvita admitted it had overstated its own profits by 4 million New Zealand dollars. Its losses kept growing from there, over 100 million New Zealand dollars by mid-2025, and a planned sale to Florenz. The same firm that bought Wetherspoon fell apart. You paid a premium for the most trusted name in medicinal honey, while the company couldn't even trust its own numbers. That lands hardest on seniors managing wounds and parents buying the safest option for a sick kid. The honey itself is still real Manuka. This is a corporate trust problem, not a purity one. Number 1 is worse. Number 1, Punjab King. At number 1 is a brand most Canadians have never heard of, and that's the point. In January 2023, the CFIA recalled Punjab King Pure Honey, sold in Ontario and Quebec by Everest Traders Inc. After testing, found a banned veterinary antibiotic inside it. Independently verified? Yes, I actually tested and it failed. That's the twist. Every brand above relied on a claim nobody outside the company checked. This one got checked and failed. It's long off shelves now. It's here as proof that when honey actually gets tested, real problems do turn up. Now, the honey that actually earns a spot in your cupboard, starting with the one that won't cost you extra to do the right thing. Number 3, Bee Made. Bee Made has been a beekeeper-owned cooperative since 1954, jointly owned today by more than 300 Canadian beekeepers across the prairies. Their honey carries the Canada No. 1 white grade under CFIA's audited grading system, independently verified, yes, and Bee Made also supplies Costco's own Kirkland Signature honey, an even bigger retailer putting its name on that same audit. Crack open a tub of their creamed honey, and you get that thick, fudge-like texture. Proof it hasn't been over-processed. This is the one for anyone who wants a guaranteed Canadian jar without boutique prices. Number 2, Dutchman's Gold. For more character, there's Dutchman's Gold, started in 1981 by master beekeeper John Van Alten, who sold bottled honey off his front porch in Carlisle, Ontario, now run by the second generation of his family. Independently verified? Yes, a CFIA-licensed Safe Food for Canadians facility with third-party organic certification on their organic line. Their flagship raw honey is unpasteurized and only lightly filtered, so it still naturally contains bee pollen and beeswax instead of losing them to heat. Open a jar and you'll notice it's cloudier and thicker than the clear stuff at the big box store. This one's for the home baker who wants a flavor upgrade without specialty pricing. Number 1, Wendell Estate Honey. And if you want to taste honey before any large processing plant touches it, there's Wendell Estate Honey. The Wendell family has kept bees near McNutt, Saskatchewan since the 1930s and launched this retail line in 2011 so people without a backyard beekeeper could still buy genuinely raw single-farm honey. Independently verified? Yes, every batch is lab tested. And in 2024, founder Tim Wendell received the Canadian Honey Council's National Award for decades of work improving the industry. It naturally microcrystallizes into a brilliant white cream-like spread. Nothing added, nothing removed. Worth the higher price for a genuine gift? Or anyone who wants to taste the real thing for once? At the end of the day, this video isn't just about honey. It's about whether a label on a Canadian shelf actually means what it says. Drop your go-to honey brand in the comments. I want to know what's sitting in your pantry right now.